Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
As I seldom hit the shops till about 4 in the afternoon, I escaped lightly last Friday, when the CrowdStrike fiasco briefly marginalized modern life as we know it. If my computer had crashed in the small hours, it had fast and fully recovered. I was not queuing in an airport, and the requisites for my tea that evening were purchased contactless and without incident. The one casualty was my bookmarked link for my online subscription to The Spectator, which has since flatly refused to work. I have to scrabble to the site by Google search instead, which feels frightfully 2001. But Friday's brief debacle is an unsettling, and indeed rather chilling, reminder how deeply we have now stumbled into a cashless society, and with all that entails. It's searching for the banks, which get to levy a little fee on every debit card transaction. Joy unconfined for the Treasury, it has become far harder for small enterprises to evade VAT, and tears before bedtime for our honest old-fashioned criminals. The traditional payday wages heist is, for them, the stuff of nostalgia, and feats such as the Great Train Robbery now seem amusingly analog. A huge cultural shift has happened really rather quickly. As recently as 1980, 50% of British adults did not have a bank account. It is still not 20 years since Switch was gathered unto his fathers, and his son Chip and Pin reigned in his stead. It was only in 2007 that contactless payment strolled nervously in, and 2020 and at the height of you-know-what, before its limit was raised first to £45 and, in swift course, to £100. And I am struggling to recall when last I had to write a check. It was probably to the piano tuner, around 2016. COVID, and certainly its early mythology, that it was largely spread by touch, certainly rocket-boosted our rapid slide from the wallet, the purse, and pockets jangling manfully with loose change. All those coins and banknotes handled by who knows how many people? You. By 2021, only 15% of all British transactions were in cash, though it has since rallied a little with the cost of living crisis. And quite a few businesses, like one posh Morningside bakery of my acquaintance, from 2020 refused to take cash payments at all. Contrary to another widespread myth, no business is obliged to, only in the very narrow legal context, the settlement of a debt, is there such a thing as legal tender, and only then with Bank of England currency. And last year, the powers that be firmly spurned a petition that it be made illegal for shops to refuse payment in cash. The government does not plan to mandate cash acceptance. While the government recognizes the ability to transact in cash remains important to millions of people across the UK, particularly those in vulnerable groups, it remains the choice of individual businesses as to whether to accept or decline any form of payment, including cash or card. This may be based on factors such as customer preference and cost. To add to the gaiety of nations, there are still some business here and there who refuse to take payment in anything but real, physical money. Like the estimable William Christie, a family butcher concern in Bruntsfield, Edinburgh, now on its 5th generation of Christie's, and with all sorts of aggressively hand-scrawled messages of the haggis, freshly shot variety in its windows. In January 2022, Christie's were even slammed as psychopaths by enraged vegans after cheekily posting another. Every day thousands of innocent plants are killed by vegetarians. Help end the violence. Eat meat, but proffer a Visa card or Apple Pay for your pound of beef links, and Willie Christie might menacingly eye the cleaver. There are good reasons, though, why it might be wise to use cash for most of our shopping. To buy goods and services otherwise is immediately to forfeit much of your privacy. Every online or contactless payment is immediately recorded, along with your physical whereabouts, and the police, for instance, and should you be of interest to them, can quickly ascertain where you are and what are you doing. It is all very well to protest that the law-abiding have nothing to fear. You should dread a society where you have to prove you have nothing to fear. The sheer physicality of cash teaches us from childhood the value of money, encourages budgeting, and restrains us from stumbling into debt. Over 1 million breaches.